Matt Damon's best moments happen when the cameras aren't rolling. These are his funniest moments.
Is Matt Damon dead?
I hope not.
That's terrible. He's not dead.
Well, maybe culturally speaking. Maybe I'm over. He's so dead.
Jimmy Fallon is a better talk show host than Jimmy Kimmel.
Obviously, all day long. Jimmy Kimmel.
Wonderful to see you again. You're an action movie star sometimes.
I thought you were going to say you are an ass.
Matt Damon has faced plenty of movie critics, but his toughest critic is much closer to him.
My daughter's kind of like patently refuses to see any movie that I'm in if she thinks it's going to be good.
Right.
Really?
Really? Why?
Yeah, she hasn't seen Good Will Hunting. She hasn't seen.
What?
Yeah. It's kind of a running joke. Like I did this movie, The Great Wall, which she heard wasn't good, so she went and saw it. and she goes, Dad, and we had friends over for dinner. She was talking about the movie. She kept calling it The Wall. And I finally go, look, Isabella, it's called The Great Wall. And she goes, Dad, there is nothing great about that movie.
It's hard to tell what made that moment more awkward, Jessica Chastain's story or Matt's question.
And I stumbled across a show called Embarrassing Bodies. Have you? And the episode I saw is all about penises. And there were close-ups of penises that had problems. I couldn't believe these people actually decided to go on the show and showcase their embarrassing penises.
Can I show you something I'm really embarrassed about?
Matt and Ben have pulled plenty of pranks over the years, but this one went much farther than anyone expected.
Did you once get injured with an acorn?
Yeah, yes.
It was our biggest fight.
That was yeah. We were doing a movie together called School Ties like 35 years ago. And in between takes, we were just bored and we were walking across this school where we were shooting and there were acorns. And so we just started whipping them at each other.
Because when you're 19, that seems like
a good way to pass the time.
Wow.
And he threw one at Cole and Cole moved and I turned and it literally hit me in the eye. And it's the only time in my life I've ever had, didn't have time to blink. And I had to go to the hospital. I literally...
Mind you, I had 3 lines in the movie, and while I cared about Matt having vision, my first thought was, I gotta be fired for this.
This time, Matt Damon shared a story about his wife, and it's something a lot of couples will probably relate to.
No, my wife is an addict. And by addict, I mean like a crack addict. And it's like a problem. We were supposed to start the show together, and I came to bed one night, and she said, I've just watched 6 of them. And she was like, I'll tell you what happened. Because she wanted to see the 7th, and she didn't want to go back to the 1st. No, and so she's done the whole thing, and I'm on my own.
Every family vacation comes with a few surprises. Matt Damon's trip with the Hemsworth family was no different, and this one caught everyone off guard.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yes.
You guys, there are, everything in Australia wants to kill you. Even the things that don't want you to die. There's a spider down there called the Huntsman, and they're actually...
Damon doesn't embarrass easily, but the internet somehow found a way.
Because Matt Damon's ponytail, it ended up with its own Twitter account. Do you know that?
I didn't know that.
Also, people really appreciated that ponytail on Twitter. I don't know if you saw any of these tweets. We found some of the tweets that people... So, Matt Damon with a man bun. # lady boner. You think you have a basic understanding of the world, then you see Matt Damon's ponytail and nothing makes sense anymore. Matt Damon has a ponytail, and if ever puts in a top knot, I think my ovaries might explode.
Matt Damon has achieved a lot in his career, but when it comes to fearless stunts, he gladly gives all the credit to Tom Cruise.
I read somewhere that you're afraid of heights, and I
know that I was afraid of heights till I had dinner with Tom Cruise, years ago, after he did that thing out of the building. So I kind of cornered him, and I said, hey, tell me about this. I'm afraid of heights. How did you do this thing?
As soon as Jimmy Kimmel lost the Emmy, everyone knew the jokes were coming.
Some of the other guys, Coming up on the show, can I help you? What do you want?
Just calm down, man. I missed the last category. Did you win?
No, we didn't win, all right? And
that's a bummer.
The Emmy for direct...
No, it makes a lot of sense, but it's... You must be really bummed out.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. Thank you.
So you're not going to get a trophy? Wait, who did get a trophy? Who won?
John Oliver. He was just out here. What do you mean, who won?
Yes.
Most Hollywood stars have autographs worth a fortune, but Matt Damon says
I'm from the Boston area as well, but I had forgotten how to do a Boston accent because I've been gone so long.
Right.
And so they actually were trying to teach it to me. They were going like, no, it's the yad, the yad. I'm going, the yard, no yad. Can you connect with it again? Is it?
Well, I'm a professional actor, Conan, so...
Sometimes one small story turns into a huge rumor. That's exactly what happened to Matt Damon after a story about George Clooney spread everywhere.
I was in the Venice Film Festival a few days ago, and evidently Brad Pitt had been doing interviews for Inglourious Bastards, and I guess somebody kept asking when he was going to marry Angelina Jolie.
Right.
And he got so sick of the question, he finally said, you know, I'm going to marry Angelina when George Clooney marries his boyfriend. So it's 8 in the morning, this Italian journalist comes in and goes, Matt, is it true what the Brad say? And I have no idea what he's talking about, but, you know, of course I go, yeah, of course it's true. So I come back to New York. We arrive, go to sleep. I wake up in the morning, and I, like you, go to my computer and I check the internet. On CNN, it says, man strips for George Clooney at press conference. So I click on it, and apparently this guy stands up and says, George, I am a gay. And George is like, oh, okay. You know, and he goes, and you are gay.
Most movies get better with every draft. Good Will Hunting simply became a little more family-friendly.
4 girls. Which of all of these movies do they go, I like that movie, Dad? Because they're like 11 and younger, right?
I haven't seen any of them.
Really?
No.
None of them? Not even Good Will Hunting?
No, God, no.
Why?
Good Will Hunting.
It's a tearjerker.
Look, I'm very enormously proud of it, but I remember when people at Miramax came to us and said, could you make it PG-13? There's no violence or sex to speak of. You know, it's just. And I said, what's making it rated R? And they said the language. And I said, okay, well, so we could loop a couple lines. And they go, yeah, but you're only allowed. I think at the time it was allowed. You were allowed to say the F word 3 times. And I said, okay, well, how many are we off by? And they said, you go over by 145. So,
You've been in that bedroom for 3 months.
yeah.
Why? Hey, that's my wife. Why is my wife in the room?
I mean, why do you think she's in the room?
You son of a... You did it again.
That's right, Bobby Baby Balls. Hey, Molly, get your mask on. I'm on my way. Have a great summer, and like whoever gives a where you're going.
You have a great summer wherever you're going.
I will. I'm going into your wife.
Most celebrity rivalries don't last very long, but this one has been around for years, and Matt Damon is keeping it alive.
What's happening here? What is going on here? It's moving.
No, it's not.
What the hell is going on here? What
hey,
is
hey,
this?
why are you touching me?
Well, I'm not touching you.
If you two were to get matching tattoos, what would it be?
Well, wait, that already happened. But they're just in a very special place.
Is this
No, this is not an
We don't talk
appropriate-
about it.
Yeah.
It's not an appropriate forum.
This is the exclusive. This is a really hot piece of brain.
We have the same tramp stamp. Yeah.
Good Will Hunting.
Exactly. And when you put us together,
Yeah.
it makes the...
Enjoy your horse.
Yeah, thank you. I don't want the horse in here. Can we get somebody to get the horse out of here? What are you doing in here?
What does it look like, dumbass? I'm on your show. I'm promoting a new movie. It's coming out July 17th.
Oh my God. Did you do this movie specifically so you could sneak into this room in a Trojan horse? That is the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Nope.
What a loser you are.
I did this movie so I could say that horse is a Trojan, which is something your dad should have used on his little wiener instead of having you.
My father has a huge penis, I'll have you know.
Your mom said mine's bigger. And guess what? You know what? My ploy worked because I made it on the show, I did it, and you couldn't stop me.
Few friendships in Hollywood are as strong as Matt Damon and Ben Affleck's, but their story began in a way that might surprise you.
You ever get in any fights as a kid?
We had a snow day at school, so we would all meet in the Cambridge Common and play tackle football.
There's a little friendly competition was bound to happen.
Hi, I'm Matt Damon, and this is Ben Affleck.
Thank you.
A few moments later.
Maybe we could talk about some other fun stuff, like stories from the set of The Bourne Identity, or any of the other hit movies that I've been.
Or we could talk about stories from the movie Argo, which won Best Picture. I mean, that's just what happened. I'm not.
Or we could talk about Good Will Hunting. We could talk about who did the bulk of the writing. Kind of answer that one.
Sure, that's a good idea. Or you could learn about things that are actually true, like how incredibly short Matt Damon is.
Or the fact that Ben's left eye twitches every time you say the word Gigli.
What are you doing? Can we cut for a second? We're gonna do the Gigli thing.
I'm 5'10 and a half. I mean, if you take out Northern Europe, like, I'm way above the world average.
Okay, congratulations.
Actors usually rely on hair and makeup to enhance their looks, but Matt Damon went in the opposite direction, and it worked better than anyone expected.
The wardrobe and the hair and makeup, I had a wig that a pretty bad one that I'm wearing. It's like, you know, it's kind of two-tone, and I got a kind of a fake nose because he didn't want any hard edges, because the character is an informant, but he is dishonest about all of his activities. So he's your narrator, but he's a very unreliable narrator.
Right. So you're telling me that was a wig, and you also had a prosthetic nose?
Prosthetic nose, and then I had some things to put in my cheeks to kind of plump them out a little bit.
Really?
I did worry about that. I couldn't really eat with the things in. But actually, we were in Decatur, Illinois, and every day after work, there were people who would come down to watch the filming, and I'd go and talk to them, and literally every day somebody would come up to me and say, "You are so much better looking in person than you are in the movie."
Here we go. You auditioned for the Mickey Mouse Club, true or false?
That's true. I was told that I was going to meet the head of Touchstone Pictures, and this was one of my first year in college. And so I went around my dormitory floor and said, me and my buddy Ben are going down to New York. We're taking the bus down this week, and we're going to meet the head of Touchstone Pictures. And this was how it was pitched to us by our little agent at the time. So now I had everybody on the dormitory floor in college getting all excited that I was going to meet the head of Touchstone Pictures. We got down there, and it turned out to be an audition for the Mickey Mouse Club. And so we get in there, and we're looking for the head of Touchstone Pictures, and the guy's asking us if we can sing and dance, you know? We're going, sing and dance? What are you talking about? Where's the head of Touchstone Pictures? So it's pretty embarrassing, because I got back to college, and everyone was asking me how, the head of Touchstone Pictures was, and I was going, he's good, he's a cool guy.
While stage fright happens to almost everyone, Matt Damon discovered that meeting Bill Clinton can make you even more nervous.
One of my more embarrassing moments, maybe my most embarrassing moment in my life, happened in front of President Clinton. We went to Camp David to show Good Will Hunting, and Robin Williams was there. And after the movie, I had to go to the bathroom, and so I went into this bathroom facility, and the president was the only other person in there. So I went into the stall, and I really had to go to the bathroom, and suddenly, I couldn't, and Clinton wasn't leaving because it was like his first kind of peaceful moment of the day. So he's washing his hands, he's whistling, and this is going on, and now I'm getting, I'm getting really desperate. And I'm like, come on, you son of a bitch, And now I'm thinking, I'm getting really self-conscious. I'm like, he's actually waiting to hear if I'm gonna go.
Hey, Matt, you having a little trouble in there?
Yeah. Hey, I've been doing this a little longer than you, fella. I'll give you a couple tips.
Yeah.
Being one of Hollywood's biggest stars should mean everyone knows who you are. But Matt Damon found out that's not always true.
The Bourne Ultimatum, so this would have been 2006. And my daughter was young. She was just a toddler, and we had her out in the park, and it was just Lucy, my wife, and my daughter, and me. And this young Spanish couple came kind of strolling down hand in hand, and they kind of looked over and saw me and kind of had an exchange, and then pulled out a camera and came over, and I kind of say to my, well, here we go, and I kind of come over, and the guy says to me, please, picture, and I said, no problem, and I went over to his wife, and I put my arm around her, and he looked at me kind of in the international way that a man looks at another man when he's got his arm around his wife. And I realized right away that he wanted me to take a picture of him.
First of all, here's what happened. I was talking to my hero, who is me in 10 years. He said, Matthew, you're gonna host the Academy Awards. What I didn't realize was I was talking to myself in 6 years, and what I was actually saying is 10 years ago, you're gonna win an Academy Award. So 4 years ago, my name was in the envelope. So now I don't know who I'm talking to.
After working with so many famous actors, Matt Damon has a lot of great stories, but his John Malkovich story might be the best one.
You know, the fact that he was even gonna come to do this movie, the whole crew was talking about it. I mean, for months, we're waiting for John Malkovich to get there. I mean, it's a big deal. When he finally shows up, he gets there and, you know, I mean, it's like, at that point, he's walking on water. And we do the first take, and John goes, "If you don't have my money, then you are mine." And I'm sitting across the table from him like, I'm sorry, what did you just say? And the crew bursts into applause. They're cheering. They're like, wow, amazing, amazing. And I'm looking at him, and I guess he sees me looking at him. And he leans across the table, and I lean in, and he looks at me, and he goes, "I'm a terrible actor."
But one great impression wasn't enough. Here's another Hollywood legend he imitates almost perfectly.
We get too far down the road. Do you have a little Matthew McConaughey?
Oh, man.
Just a little? Just
man.
before we get out of time here, just a little.
The last time I did it was here.
Yeah,
so
and we loved it. We all loved it, and it's all we talk about. Matthew McConaughey taking his shirt off, doing whatever he's running around, having a beer.
I'll tell you what, the Bourne Ultimatum's coming out on Friday. I might just have to take my shirt off.
Many actors have tried to imitate Matthew McConaughey, and some of them are surprisingly good at it.
Mr. Soderbergh, is it about time to take my shirt off?
Matthew McConaughey!
All right. You got that.
That was really good.
Matt Damon, who you know does the best Matthew McConaughey impression.
But does Matt really get it right? Let's find out.
Mr. Soderbergh, today's scene, I think, would be a good opportunity for me to take my shirt off.
What was our friendship like in our Good Will Hunting era versus now? Much stronger.
Matt Damon has worked hard to get in shape for his movies, but his cat somehow got just as muscular without lifting a single weight.
So we adopted this cat in Costa Rica about 10 years ago. He was living by himself in the jungle. He was fighting for his life every night. And we're staying at this Airbnb, and we start feeding the cat. And we were there for a month, and so by the end, we had to take the cat. Cut to, the cat ends up with a brain tumor. I take him to the animal hospital here, and I meet the cat neurologist. This is true. The dude's name is Chad. I could load him up on steroids. And I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "I mean, I could give him like a bunch of steroids." And I go, "Are there long-term issues with that?" And he goes, "Yeah." Massive long-term issues with that. But like, we could just see what happens. That was 2.5 years ago. He's like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's like, "Good morning." He's like got muscles on muscles, you know what I mean? He looks great. He looks great. So that was my cat story, sorry.
Oh, that was lovely. That's nice.
Still with us.
Too bad they don't give an Oscar for blowing ass, because Matt Damon would win every year. Go buy another zoo and live in it, born-eyed head. Hashtag no disrespect to Ben Affleck.
Are you wearing yoga pants? No. He's wearing yoga pants.
Sometimes the biggest challenge for the two of them is trying not to burst out laughing.
I don't like them apples. Well, what are we gonna do? I don't like the sound of them apples. Well, what are we gonna do?
Jackie.
Yeah? I don't like the sound of them apples. Well, what are we gonna do?
Ben, were you there the night that Matt met his wife?
No. No, I
You were
wasn't,
not.
because otherwise history would have been very sad.
By the way,
She would have ended up with you, right?
You want to hear something really funny? This is completely true.
after we'd been together for probably a few months. I think I met her best friend from high school, and it came out that the two of them went and saw Good Will Hunting together, and her best friend thought I was the cute one, and she thought Ben was the cute one. So she admitted to me. I'm like, you got the wrong one? Like, so she told me that 23 years ago.
And I bet you that stays with you in a sense when Ben comes over.
Well, I remember it
she's
now,
really
Howard.
attracted to. Yeah, I mean, it's terrible.